Hey guys, this is Strategyst from Strategyst Plays, and I'm not playing Ominus today. I'm not playing World of Warcraft or anything, but there's something I promised you guys, and I didn't deliver to Twitch. I delivered to YouTube because I had to edit it. So it was during the time I was actually running out of space, and I tried to show you guys like physically what was going on and on the drive. So I try to show you, hey, this is what I'm getting, this is what I'm doing. But when I would try to put it on video, it just wouldn't come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully play what happened, and I hope you guys enjoy. So it's something I wanted to share with you guys first, but again, I had to edit and do a few things. So well, let's wait and see what happens. I might stop it occasionally to say something, but we'll see.
Hey guys, this is Strategyst from Strategyst Plays, and today not so much playing, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be installing a 1 terabyte SSD drive, and what's going on, if you see my other videos, is I'm running out of space, and it's not a lot of fun, and I'll include some pictures that you guys can see, but I definitely need a little bit more space for my programs and of course World of Warcraft. So join me as I get an SSD drive put together. Well, not put together literally, but you know what I mean. I'll install the programs and replace my 222 gigabyte SSD. All right. Until a bit. Hold on.
I'm still here.
So first things first, I'm going to be unpacking this bad boy. So it's basically a SATA to USB converter so that I can put my SSD drive and connect it, and then just put it in a USB slot and copy all my files over from my computer into the replacement SSD drive, which is this bad boy that I've been trying to show you guys on video, but I haven't done yet. So, yep, this will be fun, and I'll continue in a bit.
Let me show you guys something really quick.
Yeah. So, yep, this will be fun, and I'll continue.
This is the amount of space that I had available on my old C drive. I mean, it could, if I were to put any other programs or a World of Warcraft update or any update, it really was pushing the boundary. So now you see why I was doing that. Let me just keep playing.
Continue in a bit.
A little bit later. I'm still here.
So as you can see, I'm installing a Crucial MX500, and it's a 1 terabyte SSD, drive. So I'm gonna use the old-fashioned cutter and proceed to unwrap it. So the next step, I will be unwrapping this, and I'll be loading the contents of this disk into my computer system. And it's basically so I can clone the SSD drive in my system into the Crucial SSD drive that's going to replace it. Okay, let's install that bad boy disk. And it's the upgrade suite. Alright, let's put it in. Close the lid.
Very true statement. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the
So
best.
the software that I had did not work, which is fine. But what I'll do is I'm going to attach these two, make sure that they're correct. So I have this right here, the SATA to SSD, and I have my SSD drive. what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I connect both of them. Like so. And don't force it. Just make sure that it slides in. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I will be connecting it to the this part to the USB on my computer. Now, I don't want this laying on the floor, so I'm going to open this little slot, which is actually empty. Kind of, you can see the interior of my computer a little bit. And I will be plugging this in. As you can see, hold on. And I'll put this in here for now. I don't want this to be hanging. Now I'm going to go to the crucial.com clone. If this works.
I'm referring to this area right here. You can't see it, but it tells you where to go. So yes, always read directions. And I gotta say, it works great with Crucial SSD. I love the
save
program.
this to my desktop. As you can see, 75%, 77%. So my computer is running a security scan to make sure that it's okay. And I'm going to run it. Or attempt to run it. I don't know if anything's going to go wrong because Murphy's Law, if something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong.
That is my biggest regret, that I use an iPhone to record everything. What I should have done is use shadow play, and then you guys can get a good picture of the screen and what was going on, because as you're going to see this video, there's going to be things that you really can't see, and it's mea culpa. It's my fault, and I apologize. But hey, first time showing this anyway, or doing this. Now let me take it back. First time doing this video. I've done things like this before. That's right, live and learn. Sometime later.
Alright, I'm going to accept.
really had to play with this, guys. Especially since it wasn't picking up my the crucial drive at the time. I had to reseat this. I think I comment. Yep. So I was basically looking at all the files and what I was seeing, not so much that I was taking a peek physically. Just wanted to see what was going on. Yeah. And you hear that noise? It kept connecting, disconnecting. So I was worried about that because I had a lot of USB plugs on that computer, on this computer, excuse me. So. There we go.
No. Type PC.
Yeah, this focus and refocus is driving me nuts. And right here, I was actually taking a peek at all the options that Crucial SSD gave, the Acronis program software. So I pretty much have everything set. I was just kind of peeking around, taking a look at everything. And being cautious since I haven't ever used this particular software before, so. I went automatic. Hit next. See, it's missing something there. There we go. You see it sees the third disk? And that's the destination disk. That's where everything's going to be going.
Alright, so basically I'm cloning it, disk 1 to disk 3, which is the 1 terabyte system that's connected to USB. So I'm going to hit next. And my apologies for jumping all over the place, but it's the first time I'm using the software, so you know how that goes. Alright, so the C drive is going to be going, yeah.
Read the next, what I put.
Let's
C
do
drive
it.
terabyte. There we go.
So it's calculating the time and how long it's going to take. And that's if everything goes well. Again, Murphy's Law applies. Things can go great. Could be a smooth transition. Or things can go really, really bad. So
Thumbs up and a
if it goes
thumbs
really
down.
bad, it's okay. I'm IT. I'll figure it out. I have confidence in my skills. I like to do a SpongeBob thing where it says 1 hour later. But it's going to be a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, and once this is done, we'll go from there.
That's exactly the time too. 57 minutes and 35 seconds later.
So as you guys can see, the disk was successfully cloned. And now basically the steps right there. Turn off the computer, remove the source drive, install the clone drive in place of the source drive, and turn on the computer again. And it should power up without any issues.
Look how confident I am, even a thumbs up.
So here's the old SSD Plus solid state drive I had from SanDisk. And I'm going to be removing the screws. Just a quick note, I already removed the SSD drive from the computer. I'll show the installation. I was kind of in a rush and I didn't show that particular thing. But I'm missing one little screw. I think I always have.
And guys, I really apologize about the angles of my camera. It's something I got to work on for future reference. So, like I said earlier, live and learn.
So here is the old one. You can see. Here is the replacement. Still has the SATA USB attachment. And I'll remove that. So as you can see, so I'll be screwing these back in. This is my home computer, so I already made sure I was grounded and everything. Checked for static electricity. That's one thing you want to do. You don't want to like work on a computer system or anything without making sure you don't shock anything or send out a static discharge, because what'll happen is you'll ruin a component. It might look fine outside, but inside you might have caused some serious damage. All right, so one more, and I'll put it on the outside. Now, in order to save space for my computer, the original person that worked on my computer, we didn't have a real bay for it, so we made room with what we had. So as you can see, so just to secure it, so it's going to look a little bit different, and in that sense, I didn't secure it into one of the areas. I'll show you in a second. Bear with me. So again, you want to make sure that everything lines up. So you're going to see like a little groove. Make sure those grooves are perfectly lined up with the grooves here. You don't want to mess that up. So as you can see, you have to turn it this way and insert. Well, hold on, let me make sure.
The camera. That was driving me crazy.
All right, so I clicked it into place. Obviously my lighting sucks, so I apologize. And then this blue adapter should be, let me see if I can show this.
So that was power right there.
following that groove that it has in place.
The other one's for the data.
So I'm trying to follow that as well. All right. Okay. So the next step will be to power this bad boy up to test it out. So I'm not going to show the installation within my computer or anything. I'm just going to cut to the chase and get this going, because there's plenty of videos out there that show how to do this, and like I said, my lighting isn't that great right now.
So really quick, I didn't reseal the computer. I tested the drive a little bit outside, because what would happen if, I closed up the computer, did all this stuff, and I had a problem. You want to keep your components where you can get right back to it if something's going on, so you can fidget. I mean, it could have been a loose connection. It could be something else that's causing a problem. So keep it open. When it's working, you verify it's working, then close it up.
So it may look a little bit different, but it's basically a new SSD drive. It's loading up right now. So far, the clone looks good, and I'm trying to make this not drop this much while I hold on. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's take a look. And don't bother with the password, guys. I always change it. Force a habit. Okay. Let's take a look.
Check out that difference.
And there you go. It's the 1 terabyte drive, 930 gigabytes. So everything's been loaded. If you can compare the before and after of my other setup, I had no room. This was almost all the way around. So there you have it. A quick crash course on putting in a new SSD. And also the disk that I was given, or I bought, didn't work. So us IT people, we always have alternative methods to get things to work. So I had to use that. So all good. All right. Have a great one, and I will be uploading this at some point to Twitch and well, then to YouTube. Have a good one. Bye.
So that pretty much sums it up. The Crucial SSD did have a glitch, but I think it followed from my old SSD drive. And this happened like 2 weeks later. So once I did check disk, ran a few programs to make sure that, it was good. I have not had a problem with it since. I've been very happy. So one of my next videos, and I've been talking to my wife about this for a while, is I'll probably end up building a PC. When I do, I'll definitely, hopefully, do a really good job with the camera work and all that, because it's basically just me doing everything. Every now and then I know that my wife's helped me in other videos, but well, we'll see what happens. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, and I will actually also load this up to YouTube as my commentary installation for the SSD, so it should be interesting. So let me finish this up. Thanks again for joining me, and that's it. Have a good night.